love those guys.
Wow, I'm looking
And
for
they're
that.
not done with
Yeah.
whatever remixes and stuff like that. Some big plans are coming. So
Tell me about Chicago in particular, because it's 10:56 now, so it looks like we're going to be wrapping things up. But tell me about Chicago in terms of what it's meant to, your career and the fans, and even back in the days of the old 90.5 FM when you connected with fans back then.
Chicago was always a place where I came to a lot. It's almost like Miami. It was just, it felt like a home away from home. And so when I come back, it's always great because I feel as if I'm coming back to one of my homes, and it always feels comfortable. Even though when I get up on stage, I still get butterflies because you never know how the show is gonna go. Um, Performing in Chicago is just a great thing. It's so alive. You have everything, and when the crowd goes out there, and you don't know what to expect, and then you hear them sing your song, and it's like, okay, I'm home sweet home.
And who's responsible for bringing you back? Because I know it's been a while since you've been here. I mean, we keep waiting. I mean, Studio 63 has done shows. The Congress Theater has done shows.
This gentleman back here, Jap.
There's been all kinds of people that were doing shows, and even Magic Juan and I have talked about this. We got to do this Nyasia thing, but again, there's ownership and there's other people involved that maybe don't think that beyond the two or three names that you can't bring anybody else. So,
Right.
so tell me
Which
about
we're working
the
on.
fact that
And
you came
it's
back.
funny because when I spoke to Miguel Reyes last night, he was telling me, he's doing a show, and he said he was the only freestyle artist on the lineup because everyone else is too expensive. And I was like, wow.
Is there a particular feeling that you have, and at the risk of sounding politically incorrect, there's your top three or four, and then there's another level of artists that may not get as much exposure or as much respect. What is that like for you? Because you've had some major songs, but when people talk about the kings and queens of freestyle, sometimes it takes them a while to get to your name.
It's the usual suspect, the way I call them. And it's funny because when we were having dinner, after the show we went to eat at a diner, and one of the people I was talking to, he said, I try to bring down the beat artists as many times as I can. And I was like, oh, we're beat artists. Gotcha. But, it's just the way it is. I don't let it bother me. Titles never bothered me. I know what I did. I know what I brought to the table, and I know what I'm leaving at the table. And I'm good with that.
Well, I think what you're leaving most of all when you think about it is your personality and the way you've impacted people. It's more on a personal level. The phone calls that we took today are people that feel like they know you, feel like they can connect with you. Sandy was another one. She was so geeked up, and she's an artist herself. And I think maybe that's the imprint that you're leaving. It's good music, but it's by somebody who's a genuinely good person, Tom again.
I met a lot of fans throughout the time, and a few of them actually that I gotta say they've gone from fans to family. There's Crystal in New Orleans. She started out as a fan. She's one of my daughter's godmothers.
Oh, wow.
There's Lori in New York, Yahi, Meg, Nessa, Dawn. Who am I leaving out? Janet, Diana, Vicky. Those girls I met as fans. There's Angie, who's a real close friend of mine. And they became part of my family.
We got family here now.
We have Jap and Irene. We met so many people that we connect to now, and I'm so grateful.
The artists that opened up for Naya.
Well,
yesterday.
I'm grateful to you guys for coming out. It's really going to hit on 11 o'clock, so I have to say my farewells. But thanks for coming in studio.
Thank you.
Fun little conversations. It goes back now. This will be our I don't know how many conversations in like 18, 19 years. Yeah, we'll do that. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Wow, that went so quick. We're trying to squeeze in so much.
Wow, yeah.